Hey guys, MegaHackerZzZ bringing you your third COD 5 Zombies mod menu based scripting tutorial. Now in this tutorial we're going to actually be building the actual menu names with functions. So just in case you're not clear, when I say menu names it actually means like the menus and the actual mods that will be displayed within menus, and also sub-menu names as well. One quick note, the end product of the end of this video will not be the final look-in of the actual display in the menu. We're only going to be making it display the menus just for debugging purposes in the self-I print line in the top left hand corner, and then within probably the next video or the next couple of videos we'll actually be making it look better and actually be proper text on the screen instead of just little debug text in the top left hand corner. So there's actually one thing that we need to quickly change from the previous tutorial, or maybe even the first tutorial, the previous tutorial, and that's just here, because what I actually realised pretty much straight after publishing the video, what I realised was because this gets run every time the player spawns, then it's going to reset their verification level back to 0. So say if you make someone a VIP and then they die, then they're not going to be a VIP anymore. So what we're going to have to do is go back to our cheat.gsc class or file, and we're just going to thread one separate thing, but we're going to thread it in onPlayerConnect, and just under the level weight till connected player, just self thread maps /_ debug, and then we'll just call the function run once, and you can go ahead and save that, and then we just create the function up here, and that was the wrong button. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead and move this into here so that it should only run once rather than running every time the player actually spawns. Okay, right. So now that we've done that, then we can move on to what this tutorial actually is. So in init menu, then we're going to want to quickly you know what, we'll do that later. Right, so anyway, just go ahead and create a new function and thread it, and we'll just call this build menus. Okay, now we're going to want to put self end on death and self end on the changed, so that we can notify the player whenever we change their verification level, so that then they can get the newest menus for their verification. And now we can go ahead and put something that I just need to quickly explain, just in case you're thinking that we have to put a for loop in every function that's to do with like displaying things. We don't need to put it in a for loop because we're only defining things, and it's only going to stop once we call one of these notifications. So we don't need to constantly define the following things. So to do this, we're just going to go ahead and put self dot, or actually we could probably just put it in level dot menu. Now square bracket 0 square bracket 0 square bracket equals, and then we'll just call this main menu, and this is going to be the title of our first menu that's going to be displayed. And then the first option within our first menu will be level.menu 0 1, then we'll just call this menu 1, and level.menu 0 2 would be menu 2, and so on. So for example, if we just made it, if we just ran this now, then what we'd basically have is when we put our menu on or whatever, what it would say is main menu, like for the menu title that we're currently on, and then the sub options of that menu will be menu 1 and menu 2. Now we can go ahead and add in a function for these. So we can go ahead and put level.func for function 0, 0, and we'll just go ahead and set that equal to, let's just go ahead and put clicked main, and let's put a space in there, and then do the same for the rest. So .func 1, we'll just go ahead and for now we'll just thread that through to test, which remember is our function that we created in the first tutorial, I think it was, or maybe in the last tutorial, I can't even remember, where it just tells us the current option and the current menu. I'm just deciding whether to do input now or later. I think, I don't know. Yeah, might as well just do it now. So the next thing that we need is level.input 0, 0, and that's not going to be anything, so we can just go ahead and set that equal to just two empty quotes. Level.input 0, 1 equals, and we don't actually need any inputs for this. Inputs are basically the parameters for the functions. So for example, right now we have level.menu 0, 0, main menu. Now, just for those of you who haven't really programmed that much before or don't have a clue what this is going on about, level is just referring to the game session, so the actual lobby that you're currently playing in. And then we're just creating a new variable, so we're creating a menu variable, which is an array, and it's basically saying the first, I can't even remember what you call this, but like the first option sort of thing of the menu array is 0, because that's our main menu, and within that the 0, which is also the first thing, is main menu, and then the next one is the game session dot menu for our variable array 0, so and it's linked in with this one, and then it's the next one up. It's pretty confusing for people who haven't actually done this before, and it's very difficult for me to explain actually what I mean, but hopefully you should understand as we go through the tutorials. If not, then obviously feel free to message me or whatever, and I'll try and help you out. But anyway, so for now, basically we're creating the menu variables, which are just our actual text that's going to be displayed for our menu. Then we're creating the function, which are the functions that are going to run once we click on that option. So currently we have click main, which doesn't actually currently exist, and then we've got test, which just displays our current menu and current option. And then we've got our inputs, which are the parameters for the given function, which we don't need any. Parameters would go in between the two brackets of defining the function. So that's pretty much building the menus. We can go ahead and basically test this out. So we could just go ahead and we'll just go ahead and put this in melee. So toggle the menu, and then if self.menu open equals true. So if you just turn the menu on, then it's just gonna simply build menus. Oh well. Self thread build menus. And now to actually output it, what we do is self-i_println just for now, because we're only doing it in debugging sort of mode. And then you put in two brackets, because that's obviously the self-i_println parameters. And now we just put level.menu 0, 0 would be the first one. And then just to show you, I'm going to put 1 and then 2. Yeah, let's just do that for now. So just go ahead and save it, and then go on to World at War, and I'll see you on there. Okay guys, so we're getting an error. Basically, the only thing that I forgot to do was actually create the function that I threaded in our level.function 0 for main menu. So just go ahead and create that function, and for now what I'll do is just put in a little debug message saying clicked main ran or whatever, and yeah, so go ahead and save and then you can test out your mod. Okay, so go ahead and load up your mod and then load up a map, and hopefully it should work this time. Okay, it's working, so that's good. Right, so go ahead and start the game. So now as soon as we press our melee button, hopefully it should say all of our menu names. And there you go. Kind of. Okay, there we go. Right, so you can see that it says main menu at the top, followed by menu 1 and menu 2. You can see also that I just pressed melee quite a few times just then, and it didn't actually pick some of them up. That's just because it's not looping like constantly, but we'll sort that out later on. So yeah, just ignore that for now. But other than that, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave your support and stuff, and subscribe for the next episode. So thanks for watching. See ya.